Martinez on the mic, y'all. Hope you all are doing great as you listed out your topics and standards. You created your questions, your unit assessment questions, and your unit assessment tasks. Hopefully, that was a bunch of fun for you. That's a really fun part about planning is coming up with those big things that you're trying to get students to shoot for. All right. This next part is also going to be dope. And getting this piece right is going to make your life so much easier throughout that unit and throughout the quarter. Because now what we're doing is we're breaking down your question and task into a set of things that students need to know and it's things that students need to know how to do. Okay? So all I did was, all right, I've got my question. How does the author's choice of diction impact the tone? And so specifically, we're going to be analyzing Angela Davis's poem Conflict, and we're going to be looking at the word imprison. They're going to write a short answer about that. Okay, so the things that students need to know is they need to know the definition of tone, definition of diction, definition of poem. Okay, and the things that they need to know how to do is first they have to know how to identify. Oops, I spelled that wrong. They need to know how to identify how diction impacts tone, right? Um, just in general, I might use other sources of media or reading where they can easily extract that information. Then they need to understand how diction impacts tone of a simple poem, right? And so I'm going to have them then practice this on this skill on an easy reading, a very simple poem, and then we're going to take it up to meet the standard of a somewhat challenging poem. So when we're going to analyze how diction impacts the tone of a somewhat challenging poem, and this should mimic exactly what they're going to see on the assessment so that they have at-bats and I have some data on how they will do on that assessment. Okay, this section is interesting because it's going to look different depending on your students. You know what your students already know and you know what they already know how to do, but I'd recommend listing out just about everything here so that let's say you show up on Monday and you're like, oh no, they don't know this, they don't know that. Having that list already made out in your head will at least give you something to fall back on. All right, well, happy planning, y'all. Peace out. Let me know if you need any help breaking down your unit assessment questions and tasks. Peace and love.